welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah and this is Jar of Fireflies. It is. Here I make videos all about my life as an Orthodox Jewish homeschooling mother of 4. And today we're getting ready for Shabbat because it's Friday and Shabbat starts tonight. All right, so yes, as you can hear, we have got some baby firefly commentary happening. So much fun. Yeah, he's chilling down here on the floor with me, which is why we're at this kind of weird angle today, not my usual angle, because I have the tripod up on the counter because he very much wants to be a cameraman. Okay, so today is Friday. Woke up super early at like 5:30 because, hey, that's when baby Firefly thought it would be a good idea to get up. And that's actually totally fine with me because I love to get my day started pretty early. So what have we done so far? Because right now, it's about 7:45 right now. And what have we done? So I woke up, did my tefillah, my morning prayers, went for a short little walk around the neighborhood with baby Firefly. We sat outside for a little while, and then I've just been kind of in here sort of getting little things done for Shabbat. Realizing that my plans that I had for today are already messed up, and that is okay. Okay, so I did make some green beans. I made some roasted green beans this morning. Decided not to film that because I've been doing this a lot lately. So if you want to know how I make my green beans, go back to like my last video right before this. I'll try to link to it in the description box below. But basically what I do is I just spray it with an avocado spray and sprinkle some salt, put it in the oven on 400 until they look like that. I really don't even know how long it is. I probably should time that at some point. Anyways, okay. I am starting to go off on many tangents, at least in my brain. I'm going like all over the place thinking about what I need to get done today. So before we get too far into today's video, I want to give a big thank you to today's sponsor, Native. All right, if you've been watching my channel for a while, then you know my love for Native body wash and deodorant. And today I am super stoked to be able to share my love of Native body wash with you. When I'm looking for a body wash, I want clean and simple ingredients and a scent that makes me happy. Native 100% fits the bill. Native uses clean, simple, and effective ingredients that are easy to understand. The naturally derived ingredients to help cleanse your skin are phthalate and dye-free, vegan and cruelty-free. They're made with plant-based cleansers and citric acid for pH balance to keep your skin ultra happy. Native has a huge range of scents to please anyone, from the subtle sweetness of vanilla with the beachiness of coconut, or the calming salty breeze with sea salt and cedar. Or if you'd like something sweeter, you can enjoy the fruity sweetness of sweet peach and nectar. Whatever combination you can think of, they probably have it, with limited edition scents launching all the time. Plus, the scents are long lasting, so you feel fresher longer. In my most recent order, I received 2 of my favorite scents, lilac and white tea, which smells like my dream tea party in a garden, plus lavender and rose, which is just the right amount of soft and sweet. I also got a new to me scent, aloe and green tea, which I know will be just perfect for summer with its fresh, clean scent. Native body wash froths up into a luxurious lather without any sulfated surfactants. By the way, it makes a great addition to any bubble bath. And it leaves your skin feeling soft and hydrated. It's residue-free, so it leaves your skin feeling silky smooth while also smelling amazing. Use my code FIREFLIES5 to get 20% off your first order at Native. This offer is available site-wide, but only for a limited amount of time. So stock up on all your favorite body washes, deodorants, and other amazing Native products today. Okay, and we are back to getting ready for Shabbat. All right. Summer Shabbat, so Shabbat's starting much later tonight, like 8 something tonight. Yes, we will eat our meal after that, and that is okay. What do I need to do? Well, okay, I'm going to make a very small cholent today, like a small like vegetarian cholent. We're not even going to put meat in it, just to kind of have like as like a hot dish. So basically like potatoes, onions, I don't even know. We're gonna figure out maybe some beans. I don't know. We'll mess with that here in a little bit. I wanted to make some pigs in blankets. Like I pulled some hot dogs out of the freezer last night and so they could thaw overnight. Looked in the freezer today though to pull out the puff pastry. I only have gluten-free puff pastry. Since I can only buy that once a year, that's throwing a loop in my plans because I don't want to use that to make everybody's. I just want to use that for my kid with celiac. So I might have to go to the store later if I'm going to keep doing that. Either I'm going to go to the store or Mr. Firefly is going to go to the store. One or the other. I just have to see what his day looks like. Okay, so I do want to do that at some point here later on. I want to make a dessert. I wanted to try to make a gluten-free dump cake. I've never done this before, gluten or otherwise, but I wanted to give it a try. So we're gonna try to do that later today. And what else? That's kind of it. That's kind of the main things. I already set the table last night, as you guys saw in the intro. It's just, I'm telling you, I wake up in the morning on Fridays and I come out and see like that the table is already set. And it's just sort of almost like a sigh of relief. It's like, okay, A, Shabbat is almost here. And B, like, I don't have to deal with that, because setting the table, it's just one of those things that feels like it takes all day, because I also have to clear off the table. Anyways, I keep talking about that, but it's because it's a really big deal to me. It's made such a difference. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, since I don't know what I'm gonna do right now, I'm probably gonna get that hameen ready maybe. Yeah, let's go ahead and work on that and get that done. Let's just get that put up. Okay, time to get this hameen ready. It's gonna be vegetarian. We're just kind of throwing a few things in there. So I'm gonna be very big. I'm using like my little mini crock pot here. I don't know how big this is. I don't. It doesn't say. But it's small. I actually do have one that's even smaller than this, but this will be enough for us all to have a little bit of the cholent tomorrow, the hameen. Okay, so what am I gonna put in it? Wow. So first of all, let me just say, this is why I try to plan earlier in the week, and this week I really didn't. So for spices, I've got salt, cumin, and paprika. I don't have coriander. I'm out of coriander. So I need to try to remember to pick that up later when I go to the store. I have some potatoes, so I'm gonna put in a few of these. I don't know how many are gonna fit, maybe 3 or 4. I'm gonna put in some rice, probably like 1/3 of a cup of rice, because it is such a very small crock pot. I've got some onions. So these are pretty small onions here. So I'm just probably gonna put one of those onions. I'm just gonna chop it up and put it in. I'm not even gonna saute it first. And then I've got some garbanzo beans. Of course, I've only got this giant can of them, but that's okay. So I will not put all of them in. I will save some of them for something else. I'll make a salad next week, or something I will do with the rest of these garbanzo beans. So that is basically my plan. Let's throw it together and I can check this off my list. All right, and done. So that'll just sit there until tomorrow, and that'll be ready to eat. I ended up adding a couple of more of those little yellow potatoes. They were really small, so that's okay. I think it's gonna be the perfect amount for us to be able to eat tomorrow, because if we make like a whole big pot, like the regular size crock pot, we're just gonna have too many leftovers, and I'd rather not have that. Okay, so what is happening now? Kids are all playing. Mr. Firefly's at work for a little bit, and here in a little bit, I'm gonna head out and go to the grocery store. So I wanna do that before I start any of the other cooking, which is just the pigs in a blanket and the dump cake. But I'd rather just get the store done and get that over with. Okay, so let's go to the store. Okay, we are home from the grocery store. Of course, I ended up buying a couple of extra things like Shabbat cereal. The kids were so excited when I came home. I did get coriander, so I'm gonna go ahead and add that to my little pot of cholent, just to help the flavor profile be something that I like better. And then what? I don't know. We're either gonna do the pigs in a blanket, or we're gonna work on the dump cake. Let's make a dump cake. All right, so I'm gonna add this real quick. to the cholent pot, and then we'll go make a cake.
Let's go.
All right, for this recipe, you'll need 1 can of cherry pie filling, 1 can of crushed pineapple, about a cup of butter. I'm using Smart Balance, so it's dairy-free, and 1 cake mix. I'm also using some avocado oil spray to spray the pan that I'm using. All right, so all you have to do is start dumping in your ingredients, hence the name Dump Cake. So I'm dumping in those 2 fruits and then just giving those 2 a stir. Then I'm taking the cake mix and just sprinkling that as evenly as I can there on top of all of the fruit. And then I'm just adding little pieces of my dairy-free butter alternative, Smart Balance. Okay, so that is it for the dump cake. That's gonna be in the oven for about 55 minutes, and then we'll take that out and see what that looks like. And I guess closer to the end of that time, I can start working on the pigs in a blanket, or I might just put them off entirely until after the cake is done. I haven't decided yet. Okay, that's what's happening there. All right, behind me, you may notice things have been changing in this room very slowly but surely. Yes, I'm excited. I am actually really excited about this. It's just been a lot of work. I have been moving out of this room. This room before was like my kind of craft room, study. We used it as a schoolroom for a while. Like it's like the room of requirement. This used to be our dining room. This has been like so many different things over the years for our family. And what we're doing now is my husband has been using a spare bedroom for an office, and now with 3 boys, we're gonna shuffle around. So my husband's gonna move into this room. Him and I are gonna share this room as an office, but really more strictly as an office space, not as a craft space. So all of that sort of thing, I have moved out to the classroom, or am in the process of moving out into the classroom, because really that's what we use that stuff for. We use that stuff for school and fun activities for the kids. So I've been getting rid of some stuff. I've been moving some stuff. We have some new desks that are coming next week because we don't have desks. We have like this little table that I use for my sewing machine from IKEA, and we have like a folding table in here, but we need 2 spaces for us. So what we're gonna do is put a desk on each corner, like a corner desk on each corner, and it's gonna literally kind of wrap around the front of the room, and we can have our desks side by side because we are that cute. I'm pretty excited. I'm really excited about this because I really need like a space that I can do office-y sorts of things between the homeschool planning, the YouTube work, different classes that are going on. Like there's just stuff that I need a real like dedicated workspace to that I just don't have right now. And this kind of like half a folding table situation is just not working. So I'm pretty excited about that, and I'll show you guys what that looks like later on when it's finished, but right now it's super in flux and it probably will be here for a little bit. I spent last night rearranging one of our hall closets, moving one of the big white shelves that we used to have here on the wall into there so that I could organize things better in that closet. Oh my word, I don't know why I decided to start that last night, like on a Thursday night, because I had to kind of finish it before I went to bed because I had stuff all over the house. Like I had to empty out the closet completely. It's where we keep all of our camping gear. So I had emptied all of that out completely, and then had to empty the shelf off completely, and then move the shelf into there, put all the stuff I took off the shelf somewhere else, put all the stuff that was in that closet back on those shelves. It was a late night. But that's okay because it's done and it looks fantastic, and everything's super organized, and it's not just a pile of stuff in there anymore. So yes, big things are happening around here and I am excited. They're all good things. Anyways, so I think what I'm going to do while the cake is cooking in the oven, baking in the oven, whatever we say, proper term I suppose is baking, I am gonna work on editing what I've done so far in this video, and then yeah, I'll just sit and edit for an hour. I think that's a good option. We're gonna do that, and I will see you guys when the cake comes out of the oven, and then we'll make pigs in a blanket. All right, so that dump cake came out of the oven. It smells amazing and it looks really good too. So there it is. It's kind of like a cobbler, I guess. But yeah, it looks super good. I am very excited to try it. The kids are all wanting to have a sneak taste now, but I told them they had to wait till Shabbat. Okay, so now all I have left are the pigs in a blanket. So this is super exciting. Today's going great. It's only 12:30. No wonder I'm hungry. I need lunch. I don't know what I'm gonna eat for lunch though. Maybe I'll make some fish. We shall see. I may just keep snacking. Okay, let's work on those pigs in a blanket now. All right, so super simple 2 ingredients. I've got some kosher hot dogs, and then I've got this gluten-free puff pastry. And then for the gluten ones, I have got this Pepperidge Farm puff pastry. Okay, both of those are dairy-free. All right, so what I am gonna do is, I think I'm gonna cut it into strips and then wrap the strips around because these are full-size hot dogs, not like little cocktail hot dogs. And then we'll just put them in the oven for an unknown amount of time until they look good, probably about 25 minutes. This is how I cook, you guys. This is how I cook. All right, let's do it. Gluten-free puff pastry, always fun to work with. Okay, so I used some toothpicks to kind of hold the puff pastry into place, and we'll cook it and see what happens. Okay, so we'll check it when it's done, and in the meantime, I'll prepare the other ones exactly the same way, just cutting those into strips and wrapping it around the hot dogs, and then those will be ready. The gluten ones will be ready to go in as soon as those ones come out. Okay, things are going good. The gluten-free ones are cooking there in the oven. The gluten ones here are ready to go. However, I still have 2 little strips of puff pastry left. Not really something that's worth saving. However, I also have an apple. So I think I'm gonna cut up the apple and make myself a little snack. So I think I'm going to cut up this apple and make myself a little snack. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. I'm making it up as I go, but I'm thinking I'll sprinkle a little sugar on it and a little cinnamon, wrap it up with the puff pastry, and enjoy. Okay, and that is it. All the cooking is now done for Shabbat. I've just pulled everything out of the oven. Here's the gluten-free ones. And here's the gluten ones. And here's the little apple tart things that I made. So I think I might save those for later. I'm not really hungry right now. While that all was cooking, I heated up some leftover chicken pot pie and I polished that off for my lunch. So it is, what, about 1 o'clock? 2 o'clock. It's about 2 o'clock right now. So I have some time to chill out now. I'm gonna work on probably the study a little bit more and maybe some video editing, things like that. Baby Firefly is asleep, so I wanna take advantage of that to kind of get some things done without being interrupted. So that's what's happening here, and I'll check back with you guys a little bit later this afternoon. Hi guys. Okay, this has literally never happened before. Okay, I'm slightly distracted because I am feeding baby Firefly over here. Come closer. He's eating one of those little pouch things. Okay, so yesterday was Shabbat, the day before was Friday. That's when I was filming all day. And then when I kind of finished getting ready for Shabbat, didn't really, I know. I didn't really have much else to do for Shabbat prep. I turned off the camera and I was like, great, I'll turn the camera back on when Shabbat is a little bit closer, like I'm all dressed and I can like show you guys what my outfit is and get the candles ready and all that jazz. Well, I forgot. I literally forgot. This has never happened, you guys. I did not remember this until it was like yesterday morning. So it was like Shabbat morning. Yeah. So it was like Shabbat morning. I'm like going about my business kind of in the morning. And then I was like, oh, I never finished work. So yeah, so here I am now, and it's Sunday morning, and I'm just popping on to say goodbye. But I guess a little bit more than goodbye, I will recap a little bit of Shabbat since we're here. But basically, we had a quiet lunch at home after services in the morning. There was a lovely kiddush, which is basically after services, there's like refreshments, food, drinks, things like that, before everybody goes home to lunch. And then after lunch, we went over to a friend's house to visit. After that, we came back to the house, and then I left by myself to go to a women's class, which was really fascinating. It had to do with like Jewish law around about when somebody takes in Shabbat. So it was really, oh, yes. You like this one? It's good. So yeah, it was really, really good. And then I came back to the house, and we had some friends over, so we were hanging out with them for a little while. Then we had our last meal of Shabbat, Suda Shlishit, the third meal. And then that was it. I was pretty much falling asleep by the end of Shabbat. It was like, I don't know, around 9:20 or so, 9:30 when Shabbat ended, somewhere around in there. And I was exhausted. I was so tired, but it was like a good tired. So then I just went to bed, because when I remembered that I didn't work, I was like, oh, I should finish the video like Saturday night. But that didn't work either. I'm cutting blueberries now for baby Firefly, because he's moved on from the pouch. He loves blueberries. Okay, so that was basically it. We did Havdalah, the closing ceremony for Shabbat, and we all went to bed. And that was great. And then I woke up this morning at like 4 and started doing laundry, because mom life. I'm getting ready now to head out to a Siyum. I have finished learning Tehillim, Psalms, with a group of ladies. So we're getting together for a brunch to celebrate our learning and just share a few thoughts on what we've learned. So that's my day today. So with that, I will go ahead and close this video, because we are all done now. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. As always, please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. It helps my channel out a lot, as do your comments. So drop me a comment down below and let me know how your day's going, and if you ever forgot to finish something important like work. Down in the comments below. Let's get that conversation started. Don't forget to check out all of the information about Native down in the description box and in my pinned comment below. And with that, we are done. Hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day, and I will see you in my next upload.